Putrid Sex Object has to be one of the most disgusting and abhorrent things you can accidentally come across on the surface web. Now, from what I've heard, it was originally on the dark web, which is bullshit. It probably wasn't even on the dark web. How do you know this, Cold Raven? Because the guy who made this copyrighted it. Now, why is that bad that someone copyrighted something, Cold Raven? I mean, what is it? Something so bad, I'm actually going to discuss whether or not this is legal or illegal at the end of the video. So what a guy does, in short, before I go in very, very detailed, in-depth analysis and inform you about what this shit is about, right? This guy, in short, pretends like he's disoriented in his own fucking house, mind you, comes across and stumbles upon a decapitated cow's head. The actual head, I don't mean like it's a cow's skull, like it's a bloodied up cow's head with its eyes still intact. And he proceeds to fornicate with the damn thing. I am not making this shit up. I am just not making it up. So before we go into the legalities of this and before we go into the nitty gritty detail of this shit, what is the history lesson on it? Well, it came out in 2006. How long is it? It's about 4 minutes and 37 seconds. It's under 5 minutes. There are shorter versions out there where they cut out the intro, you know, where it just says Putrid Sex Object, or they cut out the credits because the people who made this credited themselves. Yeah, go figure, because this is apparently art? Yeah, in some weird, fucked up, bizarre world, this is art. Now, who is it by? It's by Matt McKay, but our actor and our, like, star of the movie is Alexandro Guerrero. I'm embarrassed that this guy is fucking Spanish, and from what I know, after doing some research, he is currently dead. I'm going to keep some comments to myself because I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not exactly a big fan of people having sex with decapitated cows. Just a controversial opinion of mine. Of course, I'm very controversial. Don't stick your dick in decapitated cow heads. Very controversial thing to say on YouTube. Fuck out of here. Now, before I go into the details about this and we go in depth and I inform you on how fucked up this is, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Check out my Patreon, which you'll get an early access Discord that is 18 plus only. You'll also get early access to all of my content, you know, days and weeks and even sometimes months ahead of time. And you'll have polls in which you'll vote on what videos I cover next, and you'll get your names in the credits. So when we get into this video, it starts out like this. It shows Putrid Sex Object, you know, the little title screen. It gets you a little immersed in here. And it plays these very annoying ass noises. It sounds like you got your hand stuck inside of a fucking blender. Very annoying noises. And this guy comes in, he's wearing like a fishnet for a dress. And he has the haircut of like Thing fucking 69. A very stupid haircut. I don't understand what this blue powdered cotton candy wig is on his head, but apparently he saw this shit and said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. Looking like a fucking idiot out of Cat in the Hat, so there's that. And then he goes around walking in this house like he doesn't know where the fuck he's at, which really bothers me. He's stumbling around like a drunk, just throwing himself everywhere, like acting like he does not know where he's at, which you know for a fact this is his own home or someone he knows. There's no way he called up like an Airbnb and was like, yeah, is it cool if I fuck a cow's head inside of here? Yeah, you have no problem with that, right? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to be filming next week. Bullshit. It's his own house. He acts like he doesn't know. And he starts playing like pinball with the walls. He just keeps throwing himself everywhere. And then he shows his physical and athletic prowess. When he goes here and he struggles to turn on a water faucet. How crippling are your muscles to the point where you can't even turn on a fucking water faucet? And then it shows a whole bunch of bugs on the screen and plays like these annoying like Candyman noises. Remember that movie with the bees and shit? And then he's inside of a bathtub. It's just being a little rascal. I don't know what do I say? He's just being a little rascal. Like he's just like fucking around in the bathtub. I don't know what to say. It looks like a weasel trying to lick its own balls. He does that, and then he starts crawling up the stairs like the Grudge. If you haven't gotten to this point and you have not come to the conclusion that there's something fucking off with this guy, I don't know when you're gonna make that click in your head. Okay, this guy is in a different world than us. Okay, way different fucking world. So he starts crawling up the stairs like a Grudge, or wearing like fisherman boots. weird. He's wearing a blue powdered wig that looks like some Cat in the Hat, wearing like a fishnet dress with the boots of a fucking catfisher. There's that, okay? Not exactly something you'd find in my wardrobe or 99% of the population's wardrobe. It looks like he hit fucking random while making a wrestler in WWE. It's just weird shit. So then he goes about acting like he doesn't know where the fuck he is. Again, stumbling like a drunk. He goes inside this gigantic room. It looks like an attic. And he does like this, like, you know, like gold dust. He just like starts stalking and stalking, like circling. Like a predator that just found its prey right there in the middle of the room. Lo and behold, here's the putrid sex object. That being a skinned cow's head. And it has its tongue to the side like that. You know, like a cartoon when something dies and has the two X's on its eyes, has its tongue hanging out. And what this guy does, he picks up this head. He then proceeds to suck on the lower jaw of the head. Yeah, so like, remember when I made fun of Dream because his lower jaw is just fucking protruding out, you know? Looks like a fish. That's essentially what this cow is, right? It has his lower jaw out, and he starts sucking the teeth of this cow's head. He's sucking it and licking it and making out with it. Grabs the tongue of this decapitated skinned cow head, starts sucking on the tongue and biting on it and chewing it like a gigantic fucking gummy worm. And he ain't no car. But boy, he put himself in four-wheel drive and started riding that motherfucker. I'll tell you that much. He sits on the cow's head and starts riding that shit. I am not making this shit up. And as he does this, it starts playing with these weird-ass noises. Like it sounds like a beehive got stuck in a dryer. These annoying, obnoxious, loud, disorienting noises, which I guess that's the whole point of it, is to bug you the fuck out. It doesn't bug me out, no pun intended. But it's just annoying more than anything. And he grabs, like, guts. I mean, it looks like a bunch of wet socks. He just grabs guts and starts putting them and credit carding his ass crack with it. Mind you, this is art. Okay, this is art. And the coldravens, it can't get any worse. Oh, it gets worse. He then grabs the cow's head, right? And mind you, its eyes are still intact. Or at least one of its eyes are intact, because it's going to need an eye patch after this. He sticks his dick in one of the eye sockets. And after doing that and giving himself some strokes, he then proceeds to masturbate. And then it just shows the credits. The people credit themselves. The people who made this piece of art, this piece of art, credit themselves, from the director to the producer to the sound guy to our actor over here. And then it shows a copyright. So this means this is copyright. This means this guy recorded this shit. He went out of his way and he was like, yeah, he went to like some official office, put his name, his ID, put down like $150 and said, this shit is mine. No one can take it. Got it copyrighted as of 2006. And they even put their like Yahoo email at the end of it. Just in case you wanted to work with them. I don't fucking know. Maybe ask questions. I don't know. coldravens, did you reach out to? No, I did not reach out to these fucks. I have no reason. And if you're watching this and you partook in this shit, don't reach out to me. Do not reach out to me. I don't want to reach out to you. Do not reach out to me. That door is closed. I don't want any contact with you fucking creatures. Go away. So now let's talk about the legalities of this. Is this legal? Whoa, do I have something to tell you? Do I have something to tell you? Now, before you fall out of your seat and land right on your motherfucking head and get a concussion, it is legal. Now, before I go into why this is legal, I want to make this very, very clear. I am not justifying this. This shit is disgusting. It is weird. It is decrepit. The guy who did this should go to jail, but he's dead. Whoever else participated in this needs a psych evaluation. You guys are fucking sick. You are demented. But it is, however, illegal, and I'm going to explain why, and I just want to make this very, very clear. I am in no way standing by this or justifying this. I am 296% against it. That is a lot more than 100%, okay? I just want to make that very clear. This is my stance. Fuck these guys who made it. Don't fuck these guys who made it. The hell with these guys who made it. There we go. That's better. All right, so essentially, this is what's making it legal. Well, it got copyrighted, which you can't copyright illegal content, right? So essentially this went through a process, and this is protected under, I can't even look at you. This is protected under free speech. I can't even look at you and say this, because let me make something very clear. There is no speech going on here. When I hear free speech, you say something that's a bit controversial, you call me a slur, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty fucked up, but you got the right to say it. He didn't even say shit. He just stuck his dick in a decapitated cow's head. Where's the speech? That's probably what you're saying. That's exactly what I'm questioning. But this is what's known as like a legal loophole. So remember that video where the guy grabbed a chicken sandwich and stuck his dick in it and fucked it? The chicken sandwich from like McDonald's? That's essentially what this is. Because he bought a decapitated cow's head. The only way he would get his hands on such a thing was to be going to a butcher. And since he went to a butcher, trust me, I spent hours looking into this shit. I did the research so you don't have to. Since he possibly went to a butcher, again, because I don't think there's fucking Walmarts or Pathmarks selling decapitated cow heads, so he probably went to a farm, went to some butcher, and bought it. So if you buy a cow's head that's already been processed and butchered, it now constitutes as food. That means it's in the same category as gushers, as fruit roll-ups, and as goldfish. And this is not what I'm saying. This is not what I'm agreeing with. This is what is empirical in the law. Okay, this is what's in the eyes of the law. It's like, imagine if you went to Walmart and you bought a chicken and you decided to go to town on it. You bought like, the processed butchered chicken with the little wings and it has no head. If you went to town on that, that's essentially the same thing. Just like the guy with the chicken sandwich. He bought something that constitutes as food through a loophole and fornicated with this shit. And he's fucking weird. And he's disgusting. I don't know what else to say, especially looking into it. Oh, there you go. I also found that right there. You could take that shit with you and sell it on eBay for like $7.99. That was also there. Trust me, I saw that. And you heard it, so it's got to be true, right? But yeah, it constitutes as food, so therefore he did what he wanted with his quote-unquote chicken sandwich. And again, let me make something very clear. This guy's a fucking weirdo. I mean, if him stumbling around his own house acting like he doesn't even know where he's at, like he has fucking dementia, or him crawling on the stairs, or acting a fool like a fucking rodent in his own bathtub didn't make you think that, well, how about him sticking guts in his butts? I don't understand this. I don't get where this... Again, like, I stand by freedom of speech. I love freedom of speech. Again, that's like my favorite motherfucking thing out there. You hear how I talk, so I'm very behind freedom of speech. But it makes you second guess, because if this is what comes with it, it's like, I'm not trying to be the guy to tell people what they can and can't do, even though I've done that very often. And I'm not one to judge, even though I am one to judge, and I judge a lot. You're fucking weird. You're a weird fuck, dude. And, yeah. Here's one thing I did want to also bring up, now that you know that there is a legality, not illegal, it's actually legal. It made me question this guy, because I want to find other works that he did, mostly because it's like, if this is the shit you're recording yourself fucking doing, and you put it out there like you are proud of it, and it's a art piece, it makes me question, what the fuck did he do before this to level up in prestige to here? And apparently this was in 2006, so he didn't pass away till 2011. What the fuck else did he do after that? What else did he do? A lot of questions, man. Not many answers. Well, you could answer those questions if you reach out to those other guys that are still living. Not happening. Not happening, buddy. Not happening. So with that shit being said, oh man, That's the end of the video. Like, favorite, share. Most importantly, don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'm your boy Cold Raven. Check out the Patreon for early access content. A lot of early access content. Supports the shit out of this channel and all that good stuff. You get your name at the credits. I'm gonna catch y'all the fuck later. See you on the next video. See you on the next live stream. The Ravens are in the playoffs and we are kicking ass. It is awesome. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, baby. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're winning it all this year. We're winning the chip this year, baby. Get your name in the credits as well for being a patron. And oh, here it comes. Like, see this thing right here? Oh, hold on. If you're a chick, go flick your bean. If you're a guy, go jick your dick. Peace.
You